Test 1, 2. Gabby, you translating each person? No hiding.
I don't want to upstage you.
You're fine. We ready? Okay. Okay, we're live, so we're going to begin our press conference, everybody. All right. Okay, well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Zanoni, Corpus Christi's city manager, and we want to thank the media for being here today under somewhat short notice. We're here to deliver a message to the community about safety and other precautions that they should take as the year closes. I'll be opening our remarks this afternoon, and then Police Chief Mike Markle, as well as Fire Chief Rocha, and the Mayor Joe McComb, will each be addressing some of the issues we want to talk to the community about today. So I want to begin by reminding everybody about COVID-19. The virus is still with us, and even though some are getting vaccinated, there's still a pretty high spread rate. Yesterday, the city received 193 additional positive cases, received information of those new cases. So we haven't seen a number that high in about 30 days. It was back in November that we saw a number that high. So the cases continue, and we need to be mindful of that. We also want to be mindful that we've spent the last 10 months talking about safety and being safe with our families, and we don't want to blow all that on New Year's Eve. And so our message today is about how can we be safe for the last celebration of this year, which is the New Year's Eve celebration. So we need to be mindful of COVID-19 protocol, stay with family primarily if you can, but if you go out with others, try to social distance and remember to wear your face covering. Chief Markle is going to talk about fireworks, because that's something that we hear about on New Year's Eve. And Mayor Joe McComb is going to talk about them as well. The mayor is illegal, and Police Chief's going to talk about why it's not legal to set your own fireworks off in the city. And Fire Chief Rocha will do the same. Fireworks, we know, when lit off in a dense population with a lot of housing and personal property, can cause some significant damage, not only to personal property, but to our bodies as well. So with that, let me turn it over to Police Chief Mike Markle, who is going to talk a little bit more about fire work protocol in the city and why we want you to obey the law and the reasons why we have those laws. So, Chief.
Esta conferencia es para darle información a la comunidad sobre seguridad durante la celebración de Año Nuevo. Quiero recordarle a los residentes que las cifras continúan altas en cuanto al coronavirus, por lo que le pedimos no bajar la guardia. Nuestro mensaje de hoy es saber qué hacer para estar saludables durante la celebración de Año Nuevo. Ahora el jefe de policía, Mike Markle, va a dar su mensaje.
Good afternoon, and thank you for attending. I appreciate this. I did want to remind everybody that while we encourage celebratory action with you and your families to celebrate the new coming year, we want to remind you to be safe. Safe with your fireworks, meaning do not pop your fireworks inside city limits. That's against the law. That includes your beaches. Using fireworks in the city limits can cost you a $2,000 fine. We don't want to see that happen. And I want to let you know that we're going to have officers out there enforcing fireworks, the illegal use of fireworks inside the city limits. So we're going to have special teams of officers out there working the city, looking for use of fireworks. I want to include in this a discharge of firearms in the air. That's an extremely dangerous thing to do. I know that's done sometimes. I would ask that you curtail from doing that. People are injured and die from those bullets that return to the earth when you fire them into the air. So please, don't fire your weapons in the air celebrating. Okay, that's a criminal offense, and we're going to be enforcing that. In addition, there's a couple other dimensions of enforcement action that your police department's going to be engaged in. We're going to have DWI patrols out dedicated to find drunk drivers. I encourage you to call a friend, get a ride. Green and Go Cab is providing free rides on Friday night. Utilize the resources you have. Do not drive your cars, please, if you've been drinking. Also, I would encourage you to stay with your family. I want to reiterate something that the city manager said. Stay with your families. Keep it close to home. Celebrate, but enjoy that close relationship with your family without getting around too much. The vaccines are being distributed now by the fire department and several entities around the city, but we have a ways to go before we have a lot of folks inoculated. So please take this to heart. Do your best to protect yourselves, protect your neighbors, curtail the use of fireworks inside the city limits. Thank you so much. And I want to introduce the mayor. He's got some words to say about his fireworks events tonight, and Mayor, if you will, or tomorrow night, rather. Yes, sir.
Sabemos y queremos que celebre el Año Nuevo con sus seres queridos, pero hágalo de manera segura. Vamos a tener policías multando a los residentes que violen la ley. Los juegos pirotécnicos adentro de los límites de la ciudad, incluyendo a la playa, están prohibidos, así como el disparar un arma de fuego durante la celebración de Año Nuevo. No maneje si ha tomado. Si ha tomado, utilice un taxi para que así no maneje ebrio. Esté con su familia y celebre, pero hágalo de manera segura. Ahora el alcalde de la ciudad va a dar su mensaje.
Okay, well, thank you, and we do hope that you will be able to enjoy the fireworks show because there's a lot of people who are happy to see 2020 end. What we don't want to have is a bad ending with folks out that are firing their fireworks in the city. I think the chief has addressed that, and Chief Rocha will even address that more. We want people to be safe. We think there's adequate space along the bayfront, North Beach, wherever you can get a view of the marina from up on the bluff. Probably be a beautiful vista to view the fireworks. And so we want it to be a community affair. We want it to be a family affair. That's why it's at 7 o'clock and not later at night, so that you'll have time to get back home with your families and enjoy the rest of the evening and see the new year come in and bid a happy goodbye to 2020. But it's our main focus is, one, to celebrate the new year, and two, is to keep you safe. And I want, as an individual, I would like to, encourage you not to shoot off fireworks in the city. Both chiefs could probably tell you horrendous stories that don't end well when people fire them in the city and houses catch on fire and people personally get burned and their homes are destroyed just because someone else is having a celebration down the street. So be aware of your neighbors, be courteous and thoughtful. And in addition to that, be thoughtful and respectful of our first responders, because when there's an incident like that, it puts them in harm's way, and there's really no need to do that as we celebrate the new year. So we're grateful for HEB for providing this opportunity for the community. It's the first time that I know of that we've had a New Year's fireworks celebration, and so we're excited about that. We'll continue to monitor the weather, and between the city manager and the two chiefs, there'll be a decision made depending on what we get from the National Weather Service about our weather. But in the event weather gets to the point that it would be unsafe to have the fireworks display, maybe that might not be a bad thing. Just let the winds blow out 2020 and bring in 2021, and we'll have the fireworks on Friday night, celebrating the first day of the new year. So we will have a fireworks display, and right now we're scheduled for New Year's Eve, but stay tuned for a potential decision depending upon what the weather says. But on behalf of the City Council and the citizens, we want to say Happy New Year. We hope you enjoy it, and we hope it's a good experience for all, and that everyone is safe, but could continue to practice the COVID protocols, because we're not past that, but we've come a long way, and like the chief indicated, the vaccines are here and they're getting administered every day, but we haven't gotten the community covered yet, but we want to have a good time, but we're not going to let the virus just totally diminish our excitement about the new year and what holds for us here in Corpus Christi. So stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy the new year. And Chief Rocha, if you'll come up and tell a little bit from the fire department's angle. But again, if not for you, for your neighbors, and for our first responders, you don't want anything to happen to your neighbors or our first responders because you're out doing something foolish. And so enjoy yourself. Have a great 2021, and we look forward to seeing you in the future. Thank you.
Vamos a tener el programa de fuegos artificiales que podrá ver desde la bahía. Les recordamos que la manera más segura es verlos desde su automóvil. Así podrá estar con sus familiares seguro y decirle adiós al 2020. Por favor, no use los fuegos artificiales si está dentro de la ciudad. Queremos evitar incendios y que respete y piense en los elementos de emergencia que van a estar ocupados. Le quiero agradecer a nuestros patrocinadores para llevar a cabo esta celebración. Si el clima cambia drásticamente, la celebración pudiera cambiar hacia el día viernes. A nombre del concilio, le quiero desear un buen año nuevo y siga tomando todas sus precauciones para evitar contagios por el virus. Ahora el jefe de bomberos, Robert Rocha, nos va a dar su mensaje.
Thank you very much, Mayor. I just want to re-emphasize the fact that each year the Corpus Christi Fire Department responds to fires caused by the illegal discharge of fireworks. And as firefighters, we strongly urge residents not to discharge fireworks within the city limits of Corpus Christi. We do have a safe option available. At 7 o'clock, there's going to be a great fireworks show down on the waterfront, and we encourage our residents to participate in free, legal discharge of fireworks. The other thing I wanted to make sure to mention is that our EMS services respond to medical calls for injuries to residents who are harmed by fireworks. Let's not be a statistic this year, and let's have a safe New Year's Eve. I wanted to let you also know that our Office of Emergency Management will be monitoring very closely the weather all week long. National Weather Service is communicating with us to make sure that we have a safe and prosperous new year. With that, I'd like to go ahead and introduce Captain Russell Sherman from the Corpus Christi Police Department.
El Departamento de Bomberos cada año responde a llamados por incendios, así como reportes de disparos al aire libre. No seamos una estadística más y celebre de manera segura. El clima va a tener un papel muy importante durante esta celebración. Ahora el capitán Sherman nos va a dar su mensaje.
Hello, I'm Captain Russell Sherman with the Corpus Christi Police Department Traffic Safety Section. With the fireworks, we anticipate having increased traffic in the downtown area and North Beach. We are bringing officers in to try to alleviate that traffic and keep it flowing as much as we can. I would encourage anyone that's coming downtown to make sure that you stay off your cell phones because there will be some pedestrian traffic. We wouldn't want somebody to get hit trying to cross the street. And if you are going to walk in the downtown area, please use the crosswalks at a lighted intersection. It'll be much safer for you.
Anticipamos que el tráfico vehicular va a aumentar durante la celebración de este año, así que maneje sin distracciones, especialmente no utilice su teléfono celular si va a estar manejando. Y si va a ser peatón y va a estar caminando en las calles del downtown, por favor tome mucha seguridad y cruce todo sobre los cruces de las calles en las esquinas.
Okay, great. Thank you, Gabby. So that concludes our prepared remarks. I just have a few closing words to say. One is that if you don't want to get out to see the mayor's fireworks, you can watch it live on Facebook, on the city's Facebook webpage, right? That'll give you an option to stay at home with the family. As we've indicated, it's probably a safe choice, and you can watch those fireworks live on Facebook. We also want to thank Facebook viewers for this press conference and those watching on YouTube right now for covering today's conference. You know, when you get the police chief and the fire chief and the mayor all in the same room, it means that we're serious about business. And so we want the community to take to heart and continue to do your part to make this a safe community for you and others that are not part of your household. So we want you to listen to the advice of trying to stay at home with your families, no fireworks allowed in the city limits, and be courteous and respect those that don't live with you. Mostly your neighbors. So that's why we don't want you letting fireworks off in the city limits. So with that, we're here. If there's any questions that there may be from the media. No questions? Okay, very good. All right, well, have a happy and safe New Year. And we'll see you, if not next year, before then, right? We still got one day left.